Guys, what's up? We are out again riding on another electric vehicle here. And okay guys, this is hands down, don't care how many times I've said this, this is officially the craziest electric vehicle I have ridden. Scooter, bike, doesn't matter. This tops them all. Guys, what I am lucky enough to be riding today is Ausom's new Gallop electric scooter. And this thing is, honestly, I can't really put it into words how crazy it is. Top speeds of over 40 miles an hour. You can toggle between single motor, dual motor, hydraulic brakes. I mean, really everything, you guys. It's also bragging a 55-mile range for such a powerful motor, so that's insane. And there's just so many other features on this scooter that cannot be overlooked. It's got a keyed ignition, dual suspension. I mean, I could go on and on. And guys, if you are looking to get your very own Ausom electric scooter, there is going to be a link in the description. Geekbuying.com is where I got this scooter from. They have really any type of electric vehicle you can think of. They have all kinds of stuff. It's kind of your one-stop shop for these e-scooters and e-bikes and things of that nature. So if you are in the market for your very own Ausom electric scooter, any other type of electric scooter or electric bike of any sort, definitely check out geekbuying.com. So guys, without further ado, let's start covering the Ausom Gallop electric scooter. So guys, what we'll start with first is the display on this thing. Once again, right off the bat, I love it. It's a horizontally mounted display, so those are my favorite, just the way they look and sit on these electric vehicles. And the Ausom Gallop does a great job yet again with their display. So let's really quick give you guys a nice little rundown of the display. So on the left side, guys, you are going to have a word notating whether or not you are in single motor or dual motor mode. As you can see, it says single up there. If I press this red button here, that's going to toggle between motors. Now we are in dual motor. And the pickup when you're going dual motors is insane. And right below that is going to be your voltage there. We're sitting at 56.7. To the right of that is obviously your speedometer. We are going about 25 miles per hour at this very moment. And then to the right of that is going to be your speed modes. You will press this black button here, which also plays as the power button, to toggle through speed mode 1, 2, and 3. I like to obviously keep it in 3 because send it. And directly beneath that is going to be your trip meter and odometer. That is going to automatically, as you're riding, just continue to switch between odometer and trip, so you can kind of see your numbers there. The trip meter obviously resets every time you power this thing down, and the odometer does not. And then guys, on the very bottom left corner here, you're going to have your battery meter right there. So yeah guys, that pretty much covers the display. Once again, great sleek look, really no complaints there at all. Moving on to the left side here, we have our running lights, headlight, side lights on the scooter for visibility, and then beneath that we are going to have your blinkers. You have left and right blinkers. They are equipped on the scooter, which is pretty cool. And then below that you're going to have your electric horn there. And right beneath the display there, guys, is your keyed ignition. So to turn this thing on, you must have a key in the ignition. It comes with 2 keys, so you got a primary and a spare, so you don't really have to worry about losing it and not being able to ride your Ausom Gallop. Moving up to the brakes, these brakes are hydraulic brakes, front and rear, and they do stop this thing very, very nicely. And you're also going to get a notation on the screen there. It kind of shows like a hazard sign, just to kind of give you a visual that you are stopping. Not that you need it, but you know, it's kind of cool to know that your brakes are engaged. All right guys, before we get into our speed test, I am going to take this off-road really quick to check the suspension on it. Like I said, it does have dual suspension. You can feel it in the road when you kind of hop up and down. It feels quite nice. It has the springs on it, and for having it in the front and the rear, it really does do a really good job of absorbing. So we'll see how much travel it has up here and what it feels like in the dirt. So right off the bat, guys, this thing drifts around like crazy. Like if you want to turn sharp and punch it, you're drifting, you're sliding around. That's a lot of fun. And the absorption is doing a great job. It's absorbing pretty much everything. It feels a lot better than a lot of e-bikes I've ridden. And this road is not exactly the smoothest, right? This section right here is nice and smooth, but all this is, I mean, people ride dirt bikes and stuff out here all day long, so it's definitely bumpy, has a lot of ruts and things of that nature, and I don't really feel much of it. I mean, it is a scooter and we are off-road, so you obviously are going to feel something, but overall it feels very stable. It does not feel like it's messing my back up or just throwing me everywhere. So yeah, I give it a really solid couple thumbs up for off-road. I mean, now I see exactly why they heavily market it that way. And keep in mind, guys, so far all I've done off-road was single motor. Dual motor, I'm not gonna lie, kind of scares me because I feel like it might mess up your traction. Yeah, you can see I'm testing it right there. Both wheels want to spin because this thing has some torque to it. So if you have the balls to give dual motors a shot off-road and just absolutely send yourself, let me know how it goes. But now, guys, we're going to go ahead and get right into the speed test here. So let's put this thing into speed mode number 1 in single motor. We're going to go through both sides. So single motor, speed 1 is taking us a solid 13 miles per hour. Bump it right up to speed mode number 2. This is going to take us right about, looks like we're going to be sitting at 23 miles per hour. 23 miles per hour. Now we're going to bump it up to 3. Again, we are still in single motor mode here, and we'll see what this takes us to. So speed mode number 3, single motor, 29 miles per hour. So yeah, dual motor not only is going to be quicker, but it's going to have a higher top speed, clearly. All right, guys, so we are going to go ahead and turn around here and kick this thing into dual motor and see what it can do. All right, guys, dual motor, speed mode number 1. Here we go. You can literally hear the tires like peel out as we get going. The torque it's just crazy. All right, dual motor mode, speed mode 1. We are going 14 miles per hour, so that's like a mile per hour difference. Nothing crazy, but it did get there quick. Dude, this thing pulls so hard. It's crazy. Number 2, dual motors. We are going already 25 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and bump it up to full speed here in 3. Full throttle, dual motor. Let's see how fast we can get this thing to take us. I mean, we're already going 38 miles per hour. 39. We hit 40 already. They claim 41 plus. Well, we just hit 41 already. All right, guys, so we hit 41 miles per hour, like no issues at all. It didn't even struggle. We got there, and then it kind of hung around 40 miles per hour. Pretty steady, and it didn't seem like it wanted to push itself too much farther than that, but I am certain, depending on where you're at, you could definitely get this thing to go over 41 miles per hour, because I had no trouble getting there. All right, guys, so that is the final results of the speed test. Now we're going to pull over, get you guys some good B-roll close-ups, and really go more in-depth on the specs of the Ausom Gallop electric scooter. So here we go. All right, guys, per usual, we will start with the most important part of the e-scooter here, and that is the battery. This thing is a 48 volt, 20.8 amp hour battery. So you are, like I said, going to get claimed around 55 miles or so per charge. Fully depends on how you ride it, guys, but knowing you can get over 50 miles on it per charge is crazy. So those are very solid numbers right there. On top of that, the battery does take a little while to charge. I did not get to time it because I charged it for the most part overnight, but it does have dual charging ports, so you can cut your charge time pretty much in half. If you're charging with 2 chargers, you are going to get about 6-hour charge time, so I would assume about double when you want to fully charge this from dead with a single charger. So it probably takes 10 to 12 hours on a single charger. If you decide to go that route and purchase 2 chargers, you can double charge it, and this thing will charge very quickly. The motor's max RPM is 1600, and you have 2 1200 watt motors, one in the front wheel, one in the back wheel. And dude, they're insane. And for any of you guys wondering, if you have single motor mode on, it is just the rear wheel, and when you do dual, it is rear and the front. So single is rear wheel drive, not front wheel. So if you want to go drift around off road in single, you'll have no issues with that. Guys, another thing this scooter has that I have not noticed any other ones have is it has a passcode lock here. It's just access to your battery stuff here, but it is still a very cool feature to have on the deck here of the scooter. The deck, guys, is 8.7 inches wide, so it is, I want to say, about half an inch wider, maybe a little less than that, than the Leopard. So you do have more room to stand. The deck is very good size, so that always feels nice and sturdy when you're standing on it. And the Ausom Gallop can handle on single motor 25% incline and dual motor 35%. So this thing can climb. The Ausom Gallop weighs just shy of 90 pounds, and I believe it is IP54 rated when it comes to water resistance and things of that nature. So the frame is full aluminum alloy, and this scooter can handle up to 265 pounds. So if you are a bigger rider, no issues there. This thing can definitely handle it no problem. And with that being said, you could probably put a couple people on this and it would handle you just fine. The motor is rated at 52 volts, and it does have a protection system, so that is always a good thing. And it does come obviously with a charger and everything, and if you want that extra charger, you are going to have to purchase that. Guys, the brakes, like I said, are hydraulic. They work great, and the scooter is equipped with an e-brake as well, so it does electric brake for you as well, and then you have the brakes in your front and rear for you to manually use. And I believe the e-brake does regenerate the battery somewhat, so don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it does, which is always a good feature to have. The tires are 10 inches, so they are a good size for what this scooter does, and they are both protected by mud guards on the rear and the back as well. And if you don't like the look of those, I'm pretty sure you can pop them off pretty easy, but I think they look sweet. And as for the torque, guys, 25 Nm of torque. I mean, this thing goes, and like I said, you can do burnouts in the dirt, burnouts on the road if you really want to. The tires are a good mix of knobby and street, so when you're going slow, you can feel they feel a little more off-road style, but when you're in the dirt, they shred through the dirt, no problem at all. And guys, the Ausom Gallop is also fully adjustable if you want to adjust your bars higher or lower, and it also collapses down for easy storage and easy transportation, so that is always a good feature to have. So depending on your size, you can adjust this thing as you wish. And another thing, when you're ready to go with the scooter, you don't have to give it a push start like some of the other scooters on the market. You just hop on this thing and take off, and it's going to bring you with it. So guys, as for the tires, they do recommend 32 PSI. They say that's the best. I put it, for the sake of testing the top speed, to 45 PSI because the tires claim to carry a max of 50 PSI. So I was like, I'll throw it at 45. It'll be a little easier to get up to top speed a little quicker. So that's where I have mine right now, and it feels good overall. The grips are equipped with wrist support as well. So when you are going on those long 50-mile rides, it does give your hands a little extra stability, a little extra brace to rest them on. So that is definitely a good feature to have. The display also is fully adjustable. You can kind of swivel it up and down depending on what size rider you are and what kind of view of your screen you like to have. For all you guys wondering what size person this scooter fits best, it's such a wide range. They claim, I want to say on the low end, 5 foot even to like 6'5", somewhere in there, so you really don't have to worry about it. If you're anywhere close to average range height and size, this scooter is perfect for you. Price range for this bad boy is right around $1,400. I believe they do have some deals going on for the holidays, so definitely visit the link below and go get your very own Ausom Gallop, because this electric scooter is easily the best one I've ridden. I'm going to try to get you guys a discount code as well, and I'll slap that in the description, so keep your eye out for that. Want to wish you guys all a happy holidays, and I will see you guys next time.